bacon donut, butter beer, giant milkshake. We are talking about the best snacks at Universal Orlando. And before we get too into this, let's address what's going on right here. Yes, I do have a Band-Aid on my face. Yes, my face is kind of scraped up. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you this, but I did get recruited by Spider-Man to help out, and this happened when I was fighting the Green Goblin. Kicking this list off at number 9, I made a stop at the Hopping Pot in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. This is on the Diagon Alley side, which is in the Universal Studios Florida Park, and this is a beverage stand where you can get a lot of famous beverages, most notably butterbeer. But I have picked something out because while, yes, butterbeer will be on our list, don't worry, there are a lot of fun beverages for you to try in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. This is the tongue-tying lemon squash. It has a whole half of a lemon shoved in there, and it's basically like the most refreshing lemonade you've ever had. It is so good. It tastes like country fair lemonade. Like, you know, if you go to the country fair, it just tastes like real, authentically fresh squeezed lemon, water, sugar, that's it. No fake stuff. Just really good lemonade. So while this is my preferred beverage in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, that's not butterbeer, this category is really just try a fruity drink in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. There's the lemon, there's pumpkin juice, there's pumpkin fizz, there's an orange fizz, there's peach tea. Basically think of a fruit. They've probably made a beverage of it in the Wizarding World for you to try. There's also the fishy green ale, which has mint in it, which sounds terrible, but it's actually quite nice and refreshing. So you can get a lot of these beverages at the Hopping Pot, at the Fountain of Fair Fortune, Leaky Cauldron on this side of Diagon Alley. Over in Hogsmeade, you can head to the Three Broomsticks or the Hog's Head to get some of these unique Wizarding World exclusive beverages. We're at one of Universal's newest eateries for this next eat, Bend the Bow. This is a little stand at City Walk, up kind of on the top, up by where they've got the Moe's and the Phoenix Express and Whopper Bar. So a lot of people are going to walk right by this, but it's this cute little bow stand where they have 7 different bow buns available, and it's actually a pretty well-priced meal. You can get 2 bows for $12, which they're pretty filling considering they're pretty much just bread and meat, but then you can, of course, add different things. They've got a variety of Asian beers, sake, wine, etc. I have tried all of them, but today I'm going to go for my top pick. You really can't go wrong. The one I will say I didn't love was the crab cake. I didn't care for that one particularly. The veggie one is excellent if you don't eat meat. It was surprisingly delicious. I also really liked the brisket one. The pork belly were also highlights, as well as the duck. I went for the pork belly, which is pork belly, scallions, cucumber, honey roasted peanuts, and cilantro. I remember really loving this one, so I'm excited to dig into it again. I forgot how good it was. Oh my gosh, I truly forgot how good this was. I came here over the summer with my friends and we tried all of them. And this one was everyone's favorite, and I forgot how amazing it was. I'm not even a huge pork belly fan, but it is cooked really, really nicely. It's got a little bit of char on the outside, a sweet honey glaze. Love the crunch from the peanuts and the fresh vegetables on there. The bao itself is nice and soft. If you don't like pork, let me recommend the duck very highly. If you don't like duck, I also really liked the fried shrimp. The chicken one's good as well. This wasn't as exciting. And the veggie one, I remember liking a lot. And the brisket. Basically, I liked all of it with the crab cake. This is a really, really fun and a very underrated spot. It's a pretty busy day. It's Christmas week, and there's no one up here. So it can be really hard to find a place to eat at City Walk, especially at park closing time. Places have really long wait lists. They don't take reservations at a lot of places. So this is kind of a secret spot where you can come get a light lunch, lighter dinner, or just use it as a snack if you just get one of them. They're a bunch of fun to try. They're something a little bit more unique than your standard theme park food. So bend the bow. Give it a try next time you're here. Back in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter for our next snack. I'm headed into Honeydukes. This is the candy shop in Hogsmeade. Of course, you'll remember it from the books and films because this is where all the kids like to go on their Hogsmeade weekends to fill up on sugar. And I absolutely think when you're visiting the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, you've got to get something from either Honeydukes or Sugar Plums, the candy shop in Diagon Alley. Whether that be a chocolate frog, which actually comes with a variety of different trading cards in it, Bertie Bott's every flavored beans, fudge flies, fizzing Wispies, you gotta try something from one of these candy shops. I've done videos where we eat a bunch of this stuff, so I'll link those for you, but I'm gonna get my favorite thing in the shop, which comes from the bakery case. Say hello to the pumpkin pasty. So this is a flaky pastry crust filled with like pumpkin pie filling inside. If you know me, you know I love pumpkin, and if you love pumpkin, this is definitely a good one to try. It's also definitely a sweet treat, but it's not as sweet as a lot of the stuff that you will find inside Honeydukes, which is why I like it. It's really, really good. I love the really yummy, flaky, buttery crust. I love the pumpkin filling. It's definitely got all those autumnal flavors like nutmeg and cinnamon, obviously pumpkin. I mean this in the highest compliment possible. It almost tastes like the best Pop-Tart you're ever going to have in your whole life. But for me, I love pumpkin pasty. One, not only does Harry and the gang eat these many, many times in the stories, but like I said, it's not as sweet as a lot of the other stuff at Honeydukes. A lot of that stuff is just straight sugar, especially like a cauldron cake. I like the pumpkin cake more, but this is a good one, and it's just something that you reference many times in the stories. So you gotta get something from Honeydukes, and for me, it's a pumpkin pasty. Now, if you know me, you know one of my favorite things in the world are when craft breweries make beers just for theme parks. And there are plenty of places in Universal Orlando where you can get a beer that was specifically crafted for that location. So really, this spot on the list goes to a specialty crafted beer. This one just happens to be my favorite. This is, again, the Isla Nublar IPA. You can only get it here in Jurassic World, and it's a really nice, light, fruity IPA. This one's definitely my favorite of all the custom beers in Universal. It is an IPA, so it has that hoppiness on the back end, but it also has a light fruitiness. So if you're normally one to shy away from an IPA, maybe give this one a try because it is quite refreshing. You can also get custom beers in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. There are 3 different beers there that you can try, as well as Duff Brewery over in Springfield, the Simpsons area. You can actually try Duff beer and Duff Light, and sometimes they have other versions of Duff from the Simpsons. There's even an exclusive beer to Volcano Bay, the water park at Universal, that you can only get there. So for me, trying exclusive beers that I can't get anywhere else, literally nowhere else, they actually make this locally at a local Orlando brewery, and they only sell it for these areas. So for me, that's just a really fun exclusive thing that you can do in the theme park, and it just might be what you need to get on Velocicoaster. Scooting into Universal Orlando's most infamous sweet spot for our next treat. We are going into Twosome Chocolate Emporium. This is a kind of steampunk, very Willy Wonka-esque restaurant that features, of course, chocolate. So they are known for their over-the-top shakes, but it's actually a very good restaurant. I did a review on just the food there, and I was surprised at how good the cocktails as well as the savory dishes were. And a lot of people want to go for the shakes, though, and a lot of people don't realize that you don't have to have a full restaurant reservation. You can actually walk in and order some of those giant desserts, as well as get some of their signature chocolates. Now, if you do want to eat at the restaurant, I highly recommend getting reservations, but if you just want a dessert, you can always walk in here to the soda shop. It's on the left-hand side when you walk into the lobby, and they've got a lot of the specialty milkshakes as well as some of the sundaes. They're definitely known for those over-the-top monster shakes here, and they have a wide variety. They have a vegan one with pineapple upside-down cake. They have a red velvet one with a red velvet cupcake, a marshmallow crisp with a Rice Krispie on top, the confetti shake, which is a full piece of birthday cake on it. So huge variety as far as the different milkshakes go. They also have some over-the-top sundaes that include things like Brookies, another signature Universal treat. Say hello to my new friend, the Marshmallow Crisp milkshake. So I love Rice Krispie treats, so I went with this one. It's vanilla ice cream, and it's got marshmallow fluff, a giant Rice Krispie treat, and a giant marshmallow on top, as well as some whipped cream. And what I love about these shakes compared to other brands that do this is they actually mix some of the topping into the ice cream, so you can actually see Rice Krispies into my shake. Ooh, the crunch from the Rice Krispie in the ice cream is delicious. What I also will say about these shakes, I think these are better than places like Beaches and Cream. They're certainly better than Planet Hollywood. This is the best of the freak shakes I've ever tried because the milkshake itself is actually really good. A lot of other places do these really gourmet Instagrammable desserts and they don't taste as good as they look. These ones actually do. That's a really good Rice Krispie treat too. Don't mind the napkin sticking out of my collar. Are these desserts ridiculous? Yes. Are they delicious? Also yes. Should you get one? Well, that's up to you and how much you like sweets and how much you want to do. Obviously, you can share one of these, and you do get to keep the signature cup. So I think they're fun. I think if you get these for your kids, they'll think you're like the coolest parent ever. So the next spot on our list is at Universal City Walk, and it is a cult favorite. We are talking about Voodoo Donut. This is this big pink building right here in City Walk, and it is home to some of those iconic, gigantic, over-the-top donuts. Think full pieces of candy on there, cereal, they have a spicy chili donut, all kinds of stuff. Now, you may know I'm not a donut lover, but I know that people that are donut lovers are big fans of these signature different creations, and what we're about to get is technically not a donut, and it's so good even I like it. As a little pro tip as well with Voodoo Donut, it's incredibly popular, especially in the mornings and when the parks have just closed and people are coming out looking for a late night snack. They just opened up this little mobile pickup spot right across the street from the brick and mortar, and you can mobile order in the app. Just let them know when you are ready. So I ordered as I was walking out, clicked I'm here, prepare my order, and I can go through this straight, really short, literally non-existent line versus the line that's wrapped around Voodoo Donut on the other side. Say hello to the bacon maple log from Voodoo Donut. Now, this is one of their specialties. They also have just a maple log if you don't want the bacon on it. In addition to, again, cake donuts, filled donuts, devil's food cake donuts, donuts with cereal on them, glazed donuts, like all the donuts. Whatever donut you can think of, they probably have it. Things with jelly in it. Things shaped like a little man, like their mascot. One with chilies in it. One with tang, like what astronauts drink. But I, as a donut hater, recommend this one. Yes, it still tastes like a donut, but it also tastes like bacon and maple. And I like bacon and maple. It's really, really soft. It's got this light mapley frosting, the smoky bacon. If you like donuts and this doesn't look appealing to you, go check their menu out because they have tons and tons of different ones. They've got variety packs where you can get like a dozen of their best sellers. Great for breakfast, great for a late night snack. This is one of the most iconic things you can get at Universal Orlando. You'll see people carrying around the pink boxes. It's a thing you got to do when you're at Universal. But trust me, you want a mobile order, save yourself some time. Coming in at number 3 in the bronze medal spot, we've got another Wizarding World favorite. This is Florian Fortescue's Ice Cream Parlor located in Diagon Alley, which is in the Universal Studios side. This is where you can get that incredible ice cream from classic flavors, but they've also got some unique things like sticky toffee pudding, butterbeer ice cream, strawberry and peanut butter, which is Harry's favorite, and it is, no kidding, some of the best ice cream I've ever had, ever. Taking a look at the menu, you really can't go wrong. They have all kinds of things. They have a ton of different soft serves, including unique flavors like Granny Smith apple, toffee apple, strawberry and cream. They have soft serve butterbeer ice cream. They have hard pack ice cream, including salted caramel blondie, sticky toffee pudding, Earl Grey and lavender, chocolate chili, and my personal favorite, which is strawberry and peanut butter, because that's what Harry ate in book 3 when he goes to Diagon Alley for a few weeks before school. Florian Fortescue keeps giving him strawberry peanut butter sundaes. So I personally like to go for that because not only is it delicious, but it makes me feel like Harry. But you really can't go wrong with anything here. I like that you can mix and match your scoops. So I got 1 scoop of sticky toffee pudding and 1 scoop of strawberry peanut butter, which is my favorite. But there are so many flavors in there for you to try. The sticky toffee pudding actually has big chunks of toffee in it. And then the strawberry peanut butter reminds me of the PB&J shakeover at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And it tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, strong on the peanut butter flavor. I don't know what kind of magic, literally, they're putting into this ice cream. But it is some of the best. It is like this and the Epcot ice cream in France are the best ice creams I've ever had. Does it get better? I would eat them on a train. I would eat them on a plane. It's time for the number 2, the silver medal winner in today's Best Snacks at Universal Orlando, and we are in Seuss Landing to head to Green Eggs and Ham, Tater Tots, and Who Hash. This is a gigantic green eggs and ham, just like the Dr. Seuss story, and it sells exactly what you think: Who Hash, green eggs and ham, and a couple other Tots dishes that are truly elite. Here they are in all their glory, my green eggs and ham. So it's tater tots, green eggs, don't worry, it's just chives. diced ham, and then their cheese fondue. They also have Who Hash here that actually comes in a little can that you can keep. That's got corned beef in the tots. There's buffalo chicken ones, there's pizza ones, but I like the green eggs and ham. They're the classic. And it didn't look like there were a lot of toppings, but they're all just kind of in the center. There's a lot. Every time I get these, I'm reminded all over again why I like them so much. They're nice crispy tater tots. I love the eggs. I love eggs. And I like that the eggs have chives in them. A little saltiness from the ham. Creamy cheese fondue. I definitely think these are an A+ snack. Could even be your breakfast or your lunch. The one thing I will say is that Green Eggs and Ham, the restaurant, does sometimes have weird hours. They'll close earlier. Sometimes there's been times where they don't open at all if it's not busy. So make sure to check before you come what their hours are. But I like these Green Eggs and Ham. I do like them. Molly, I am. And before we reveal number one, which I'm sure you all know what it is, I do want to shout out a couple of seasonal snacks that Universal Orlando does really well, particularly at Halloween Horror Nights. Let's give a big shout out to Twisted Taters and Pizza Fries. These are two Halloween Horror Nights staples. They're exactly what they sound like. Pizza fries or french fries covered in marinara, cheese, and pepperoni. And Twisted Taters are when they spiral a potato and coat it in a seasoning of your choice. They're both amazing and phenomenal, and if they were year-round treats, they would be vying to fight for the top spot. But since they're just seasonal, so we're just going to give them a shout out and can't wait to eat them at Halloween Horror Nights. Which means the number one gold medal must-have snack at Universal Orlando, butterbeer, baby. This is a staple at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and you can get it all over both Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley in both of the parks. It comes in 3 different forms. This is the frozen one, which is definitely the most popular. There's also an iced one as well as a hot one, which is now available all year long. But it tastes like a melted cupcake, and it's an absolute must-have. I know when you were reading or watching Harry Potter, they talked about butterbeer, you wanted to have it, and now that dream has become a reality. It is so sickly sweet. It goes against everything I stand for, but it is so delicious. Now for me personally, I like the hot one the best, even though that one's the sweetest, followed by the iced, and the frozen's actually my least favorite, which I think is a very unpopular opinion. Most people prefer the frozen, and so if you're gonna only try one, I say try the frozen. Unless it's a cool enough day, then try the hot. Don't drink it too fast though, because you will get a crazy brain freeze like I'm experiencing right now. You can get butterbeer at both the sit-down restaurants, Leaky Cauldron and Three Broomsticks. You can also get it at Butterbeer Carts here in Hogsmeade. As a pro tip, check out the line for the Hogshead Bar. They have all 3 kinds of butterbeer and usually a shorter line than the carts. Over in Diagon Alley, in addition to, again, being able to get it at the Leaky Cauldron, you can get it at the Hopping Pot as well as the Fountain of Fair Fortune, which are little drink stands that you can go to. But no matter what, you have to try butterbeer when you're here. We've got a list of all these goodies for you as well. Just head over to this website right here, sign up for our free newsletter, and we'll send the list of these top treats straight to your inbox so you have it ready to go when you're planning your next Universal trip. I tried to duel a Death Eater. You should see the other guy. I was fighting the tracksuit mafia from Hawkeye.
What a great day to film in Disney!
Well, friends, that is a wrap on our best snacks in Universal Orlando. Hopefully you had fun following along. Ended it with this one right here, butterbeer, a must try. Especially if you're a Harry Potter fan, but everyone should get a sip of this delicious sweet beverage. It's such a unique theme park treat, and it's one you can try again and again because there's so many different varieties. Let us know what your favorite snack at Universal Orlando is down in the comments. Let us know what other videos you want to see. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social at AllEars.net. And until next time, I'm Molly, and it's been magical.
Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.